Boys, we finally made it back. I'm so sorry I've been gone for a while. I've been playing Spider-Man 2, I'm not going to lie. I finished that game. That was fantastic. A much needed break and just a totally different experience from 2K. So if you have a PS5, 100% get that game. I honestly think that's in my top 3, maybe to 5 games that I've ever played. Just fantastic, absolute masterpiece. So go play that. In other news, we got the Wemby jersey, #1. So we're ready to get back into the Spurs MyNBA series. Now, I have forgotten in the last few episodes, so if you do enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to. There's no pressure there, but it does help me out a ton, and I'll be forever grateful. So in today's episode, I think we will do the off-season because we're here in the last month, and I don't think we're going to be going anywhere, so we will maybe simcast some games. If any are close, we will hop in. I don't think I want to play a full game, just because I would like to get the off-season done today. So we are obviously aiming for a top pick in this draft. Would love Ron Holland to be our small forward, but we will take what we can. Isaiah Collier, very good option to be our new point guard. Not too worried about Alex Sarr. Martas Buzelis could be a good pickup too. So this game here against the Nuggets, if it's close, I would like to hop in. Obviously, Wemby versus Jokic could be a very fun matchup, but I would imagine that we're just going to get absolutely destroyed, but it's actually rather close. So, I mean, it's a 6-point game here. 3-point game here with 4 minutes. Let's jump in, see if we can win it. Although now that I'm thinking about it, Wemby has 25 and 6, by the way. Let's just see what Jokic has. But now that I'm thinking about it, we probably don't want to win this game. So 20 points there from these 3 guys. Jamal Murray, 25. Jokic with 18 and 15. Maybe getting a little bit clamped up by Wemby here. Obviously, that is relative, but Wemby's a lot quicker. So we'll definitely go ahead and take that. I mean, he's rocking the white jersey. I got the black one. It's fine. Got a compliment at the gym the other day. In Australia here, they haven't actually started selling Wemby jerseys as far as I know, so I had to import that from the States, you lucky people. But yeah, had a compliment on the jersey, so that was quite nice. And let's see if I can get that to go. I can't. We do have shot timing on now because I've been playing online. Made a new build, a center, so just tried that out last night, bit of fun. Now I do think I need to reassess our playbook because a lot of the plays that we get ran for us kind of stink. I mean, we do have Jamal Murray on us, so at this point we can just go straight up here and make that very nice. So we are up by 1. Hey, I'll take that. I mean, if we can get a win in this game, why not? Yeah, we did get an extension here for Zach Collins, so even though he doesn't want to re-sign with us right now in the game, I think I will go ahead and make that happen in the offseason, but what we do with him after that is up to us. Oh my god, Victor! Holy crap, just posterized Jokic. That's an insane graphic right there. In other news, I am going away as of this Friday, my time, and I'll be away for a week, so I'm going to try to get a couple of videos done here, maybe 2 or 3, so there's something coming out. As I said, I have been a bit slack, but I blame Spider-Man, dude. That game's fantastic. I just had my birthday recently, big 25. And yes, I did get the Spider-Man game for myself. I also got Forza Motorsport if you guys are interested in racing games. So I'll be playing that as well at some point. And I just picked up FIFA 24, I guess FC 24, for better or for worse. So it's got some things to keep me busy for the next couple of months, for sure. Jamal Murray gets open there for the midi, but he bricks it. I also used to be a really big COD guy, used to play every Call of Duty, but for a few years I feel like they've been kind of terrible as we draw a foul there. So I hear good things about the gameplay for this MW3, but I think as long as SBMM is in there, I think it's going to kind of ruin the game. So I guess I will wait and see how the reviews look on that. My go-to guy for COD videos is actually Blame Truth. Been watching him for years, so shout out to you, Anthony.
Here's Jokic.
As Jokic gets a wide open shot there, I wasn't really paying attention. Wemby has 31 and 9, by the way. Not an assist. Don't ask him to pass the ball. He's not Jokic in that respect. But he is a lot quicker. So, I mean, I'll take that every time we get that to go. I thought that was an M1. I guess not. Yeah, Blame Truth, probably... He's definitely one of my most trusted sources. Been watching him for years, since way back in the day. He's probably one of the only people in the COD community, at least, whose opinions I really believe or listen to anymore, because there's a lot of, you know, I guess, illegitimate opinions about that game. I don't know if Activision is paying people off or what, but definitely some stuff going on in that spot there. We'll hit Vic there. I thought I was going to get open, but I did not. I mean, we've got MPJ on us, who isn't a good defender. So let's just go straight up, and we do. I've been trying to get, that was an excellent release. I've been trying to get a lot more drop steps to go, but for whatever reason, they don't seem to be working super well after this patch. So maybe I gotta have a look into that, make sure I'm doing that right. Jokic is not catching that, bro. Get out of it. as Keldon Johnson's going to get open, but that was a missed release. Just kidding from Sohan there. I actually made that. I thought for sure that was late, but I will take that. It's probably the first jump shot I've ever hit with him, but let's go. I mean, we'll take this win for sure. So we do actually win that game. Vic with 35, 11, 1 steal and 3 blocks. That's insane. 26 for Keldon, 22 for Vassell, 10 for Payne. On their end, Jamal Murray, Gordon, and Jokic still had 20, 16, and 7, but by his standards, definitely a bad Jokic game. So hey, we'll take that. Boost a bit of morale here at the end of the season. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me and doesn't let us get a top pick. So even with that loss, we are still the worst team in the West. And it looks like the 3rd worst team overall, so that's fine. We'll take that. So let's go ahead and sim the rest of this regular season. Hopefully we don't do too well. And oh man, a big injury to Jeremy here, 4 to 6 weeks. The good news is we're not going to be in the playoffs anyway, so he has all off-season to recover. Now, kind of annoyingly, we were better here in the last month than I wanted to be. We actually beat the Nuggets 2 out of 3 times, which is kind of ridiculous. We also won 2 here right at the end, which puts us at 31 and 50. So if we were to go now over to the standings, did we crawl out of the 15 seed? No. Okay, so we're still the worst team in the West by, I mean, we're exactly the same. So I guess the Rockets have the tiebreaker over us. And then over here, the Wizards, they're terrible. Yeah, it makes sense. The Nets, the Magic. Okay, so we've definitely fallen out of that top pick a little bit. Let's see this last game here in the season, and we lose to Detroit by 1. Beautiful. Giannis back at the top of the league, wins MVP. Vic, Rookie of the Year. That's what we wanted. 20 points, 10.6 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 0.9 steals, 2.2 blocks, 42%, 32%, 85% rounding up. Very good numbers there. Christian Wood, 6th man of the year. Giannis also wins Depoy. Let's see if he can get finals MVP and be a part of that exclusive club. Paul Reed, most improved. Talked about him. Anthony Edwards, Nick Nurse, and Tyler Jameson. That would be Daryl Morey. Not sure if that's happening in real life. So, of course, you have Giannis, Luka, Jokic, Harden, and Embiid. They are 2 first-team players in Philly. That makes sense. Jars injured, Tatum, LaMelo, and LeBron. And oh my god, dude, Vic as a rookie friggin' makes All-NBA 3rd team. I mean, that's probably just because I put his, you know, his shot tendency all the way through the roof and said, here, score. So, I mean, 20 points. Yeah, okay, we'll take that. Rookie making All-NBA 3rd team is ridiculous. Defensive first team, Luka, lol. No Wemby there just yet. And then he does, of course, make All-Rookie first team with Brandon Miller, who was also pretty good, 17, 5, and 3. 37 from 3. He was actually very good. Chet, technically a rookie, 12-9. He was good as well. 17, 3, and 3 for Scoop. Very good numbers there. There's Amen Thompson. And then Asur on 2nd team with Sasha and Chris Murray. So as I said, we do not make the playoffs if we wanted to go to NBA standings. And we just said everybody will go down to the 30th team. So the Wizards are the worst team, the Nets, the Magic, the Hornets, the Pistons, and then us. So the East was pretty weak at the bottom there. So 6th highest odds, tied with Houston, but I guess they had the tiebreaker. So 6 overall odds in 2K, probably better than having 1. So I mean, if we wanted to have a look at what everyone else did, Keldon Johnson gave us about 16 and 4 on 47 from the field, 35 from 3 rounding up. So he ended up having a pretty good season. But Devin Vassell with about 14, he's a year younger, 14, 4, 44, but he shot better from 3. I think it's going to get to a point I have to pick between those two. And I'm probably going to keep Devin Vassell, move Keldon Johnson, for example, say we get Ron Holland. Ron Holland becomes our small forward, and then we trade Keldon Johnson for a new point guard. Campaign is our backup pickup, about 11, 2.5, 45 from the field, 38 from 3. So he's definitely got that trade value up a little bit. He does have a 3-year deal. Jeremy, obviously plan to keep him around at least for the foreseeable future. I think we can eventually get him to fit very nice next to Wemby, especially if we work on his shooting ability. Wouldn't even mind getting him into a little bit of that, you know, point forward mold if we can. Malachi Branham with 10 points. That's actually a lot more than I thought. 45 from the field, 25 from 3. Not great. Zach Collins, we talked about. I'll probably extend him just because he got that in real life. But we'll do 2 years. He might be even a sign and trade guy because in our universe, he doesn't want to be here. So we will see in the offseason. Trey Jones just in 2K never really works out for me. I mean, apart from the 3-point percentage, that's pretty good. I don't think he can be our starting point guard moving forward. Patty Mills, wouldn't be surprised if he retires. Australian legend. Charles Bassey, Doug McDermott, none of these other guys really matter too much. So let's go ahead and see who wins the finals in year 1 here. Looks like it's going to be the Clippers. Just kidding, the Nuggets fullest. Was that a 3-1 or 3-0 comeback to go against Philly, who, yeah, were a powerhouse. This would just be a phenomenal finals. And Philly win in 5. Okay, so they seem to be loved in this save. That's what I'm seeing. LeBron's trying to retire. I'm going to tell him no this time. Same with Al Horford, just because these guys can still contribute. Russ is still an 82. Kevin Love's a 77. Basically 77 and above is sort of where I think, or at least is someone I'd want to have in my rotation. Danny Green goes out with another ring. That's insane. So how many does he end his career with? 4-time NBA champion. That's kind of crazy. Wesley Matthews. There goes Patty Mills. Yep, so he does retire on the Spurs, which is beautiful. I kind of wanted that. All right, man. Draft lottery here coming up. So we are also at the 3rd highest odds from Charlotte. I'm not sure where that's from. I'll have to have a look into that, but we also have the 7th highest odds. So hopefully we can just get lucky. We also have 14 there. So let's see what happens here. And the Hornets do keep their picks always protected, and we drop from 7 to 8. This might even mean moving Keldon Johnson for one of those top picks to see if we can get Ron Holland, but I'm not super worried. We also have the 30th overall pick there from Philly and the 14th pick there from Toronto. So we do have the capital if we want to move up. Now, head coach, this is where it gets interesting. Greg Popovich, obviously, we would like to bring back. That said, I don't know if he would want to come back to this team. I mean, he's got Wemby now, but realistically, we are still a rebuilding team. He's pretty old. I would still offer it to him, obviously, because it's Pop. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind a guy like Taylor Jenkins as well. He can definitely look after a young team. Same thing here with Will Hardy. We'll offer him a deal. Let's see, do we get any of these guys? We do get Pop, so we are back for at least another year. I gave him 4, but he can always retire. So that's not the end of the world either way. All right, man, let's go straight into the NBA draft here, and let's see what we want to do. Now, if I did give Campaign the correct contract that I was trying to, that means we should be able to trade him now, correct? I have a terrible, terrible memory, but let's find out. So, I mean, it does say he has 2 years left, and it is going to let me trade him. It is cool. All right, so let's see what we think here. Mock drafts have the Pistons taking Alexander Sarr. He's technically listed as a power forward. That kind of makes sense for them. They have Ron Holland going 2 to the Wizards, Martus Buzelis. So I would love one of those two guys. If I can't get either of them, I honestly wouldn't mind Isaiah Collier or DJ Wagner there. So I guess let's just see if he goes first. I mean, either way, we're going to get somebody we like. So let's just see what happens here. They take Ron Holland first anyway. Okay, go best guy available, sure. And then Alexander Sarr goes 2. So can I get Martus Buzelis here at 3? That pick belongs to the Kings. So that kind of makes sense for them to not want a young player again, just because they have already gone through all that and they're trying to compete now. So if I was to pick up 3, I would offer them 14, 30, this 2nd round pick here. They're going to say no to that, but let's just see if they have a counter. They don't. I mean, we'll try to throw them back up point guard in Campaign. See if they accept that. They still say no. I guess maybe we can't get it done like that. So instead, let's see if we can give them the 8th overall pick and then the 30th with Campaign. Would they accept that? And they still say no. Also throw them these 2 seconds. Do they accept that? They do. Cool. So we get to move up. Wonderful. And I will be taking Martus Buzelis here, which I'm very happy with. And we also get to keep our 2nd lottery pick here from the Raptors at 14. We're going to have 23 offers. Let's see if any of the other guys I wanted have fallen here. This might be crazy, but I'm going with my fellow Serbian here, Nikola Topic. So hopefully the next elite Nikola who is in the league. That might have been a bit of a homer pick, but it's fine. I'm running the team. I can do what I like. We get Martus Buzelis, 78 overall. Isaiah Collier was a higher overall, so I guess I could have taken him, but that's right. I am happy with the Martus pick. I think he fits very well next to Wemby, another 6'10". Big, so we're just building the biggest team of all time. Then damn, Topic is a 73 overall, but Gardiel was the other guy I was looking at. He's also 73, so I'm not too upset about that. So we do pick up these 2 guys, which is very exciting. We'll bring back Jeremy, obviously. Malachi Rashawn Holmes accepts his player option. Of course he does, and Blake Wesley, sure. Qualifying offers, yes to Devin Sandro, honestly, probably not, and Dominic Barlow, probably not. So we have Devin Vassell, who's a free agent. He doesn't have any offers at the moment. He would accept about 17 mil a year, so that is a very good deal. I'm definitely interested in that. Obviously, I said we'll probably bring back Zach Collins as well. And let's just get through moratorium here, just so I don't get bugged out and I can't, offer a proper deal to Devin Vassell. So, I mean, he would take a very team-friendly deal, which is fantastic for us. So I'll do something like that, see if we can flat load it. I think 17 mil over 5 years is a very good option there. All right, Zach Collins, let's go ahead and try to sign him. That is a very team-friendly deal. So, I mean, I'd give him 9.5 mil. See if we can flat load that as well over 4 years, definitely. All right, and we get both back, wonderful. So as of right now, we have 1, 2, 3. Obviously, I want to get Topic some minutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we definitely have a playable roster. Now, Keldon Johnson, I think I am ready to move on from, but not if it's going to be sort of a rush deal. Now, obviously, we have Trey Jones and Topic, so I wouldn't be opposed to packaging Trey Jones and Keldon Johnson for a really good point guard. And then Topic obviously is still probably a few years away. He can learn from that point guard, but not a bad pick. He can score a little bit inside. He's got a little bit of a mid-range. He's an average 3-point shooter. He's a pretty good perimeter defender. He's a really good playmaker. He's an okay rebounder. He's got okay physicals. So yeah, hopefully we can turn him into at least a serviceable backup. Yeah, I'm going to shop some guys around and see what I can come up with. Is there any free agents? LeBron's here. We have about 26 mil. Is there anyone I can just bring in? I mean, we could just sign a guy like Drew. I mean, he does want a lot of money. A guy like Russ, we could afford for 1 year. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I don't think. Spencer Dinwiddie, not bad, but then that's not much better than Trey Jones. All right, man, I found 2 deals I love. The first one is this Bulls one. We get Lonzo and Ayo, and we trade them a bit more depth here. So that does make sense for them as well. And they also save a little bit of money. And then if we go over to this one here, I also really like is this Markelle Fultz one here with the Magic. We get Jalen Suggs too. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I think for his shooting and defensive ability, as well as his playmaking, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Lonzo. He's on a 2-year deal. They get Keldon and Trey, so that would leave them with Trey, Keldon, DeMar, Zach, and Vooch. So I'd probably move Keldon to the 2 for them. And then this is their way of saying, hey, we're trying to make it work. So we will go ahead and accept that. So now they have Trey Jones. We're going to make Keldon Johnson a shooting guard. He goes down to lot. What happens if we actually make DeMar back to a shooting guard? Or Zach? Actually, Zach only goes down to an 85, whereas Keldon goes down to a 79. So Zach is going to be their new full-time shooting guard. So now they have Trey Jones, Zach LaVine, Keldon Johnson, DeMar DeRozan at the 4, which is still kind of crazy, and Vucevic at the 5. So that works out well for them. Then for us, we now have Lonzo and Ayo, who I think I will move Ayo to a 3rd team, like a pseudo 3-team trade, just maybe for a 2nd-round pick or something, because we want to get Topic and Wesley minutes. But now we have Lonzo, Devin Vassell, Marcus Buzelis, Sohan, and Wemby. A lot of bigs on the roster, unfortunately. And I might honestly just go ahead and release Rashawn Holmes here. He can go sign somewhere else. And I think Zach Collins can be our backup power forward. So even if I can get a cheap backup small forward for Ayo, I will definitely take that, but I'll see what I can find. And I mean, we already made a deal with the Kings, but they're willing to give me Sasha Vezenkov for Ayo, so I guess they need more guard play than big play. So we will go ahead and accept him, and we're just going to bump him down to a small forward. He actually goes up 1, so that's nice. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Zach Collins will be a backup 4. So hopefully he's not upset this season with his role now that he's a proper backup to our starter. And yeah, man, that looks pretty good to me. I like this team going into the season. So let's see, we still have about 20 mil left in cap. And I mean, Kyle Lowry's here. I'm going to sign him. He's not going to play for us, obviously, but I just want someone who's a lot older that can mentor. There's Iggy, who retired in real life. Shout out to him. Someone who can mentor Topic, who's a lot older, because it lets them progress the badges faster. So hopefully he keeps some of those badges. Wemby up to an 88. Lonzo goes up to an 85. Sheesh. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. 82 for Vassell, 80 there. So I'm seeing a lot of green. 79 for Branham, 79. That's, I think, because of the position change or from the injury. Bassi Vazenkov, that's definitely positional change. Wesley's a 75 down to 74. And then Topic doesn't change. Cool, man. Let's go into the next season. So we are 3.5-star balanced. Sohan and Marcus Buzelis don't fit that overly well. And just before we go any further, we will actually update his name because that weird bug is still in 2K that doesn't actually let you use certain people's names. So let's go ahead and make sure it accepts that, and it does. Wonderful. Nice. So we will rock a 10-man here to start the season. We look really nice, man. Lonzo's an 85. I guess that's because he was rehabbing his injury. I'm really not too sure, but that's great, I guess. 82 overall for Vassell. He doesn't really progress, which is a little bit upsetting. Buzelis, 78. Sohan's up to an 80. 89 with the boost for Wemby. There's Brandon, Collins, Vezenkov, Bassi, and Wesley are currently in the rotation. I think I will give Bassi's minutes, though, to Topic, just so we can get him a bit of exposure. Lowry's there, and he's going to mentor him. So obviously, we could have had him mentored by Lonzo too, but they learn a lot quicker. You can see there, the graph's not crazy high. They learn a lot quicker from people that are older. So yeah, this is why we brought you in, Lowry. Okay, but we probably want something like Needle Threader, maybe Special Delivery, and then maybe a defensive badge like Pick Dodger. All right, man, first game of the season here against the Grizzlies. Let's see what happens. We lose by 2. Vic has 22 and 8, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Brandon 17, Devin Vassell 14 and 5. Buzelis in his NBA debut with 14, 5, 2, 1 and 2. Very good, 2 for 3 for 3. Soham with 13 and 9, 4 for 7. Collins 8 and 8. Lonzo 6, 5 and 7 with 1 steal. Not the greatest efficiency in the world. Same with Sasha Vezenkov, Blake Wesley, and Topic in his first game, 3, 5 and 2 in 11 minutes. Not the greatest shooting the ball, and a couple of turnovers. All right, just before we go any further, we're going to have a quick look at the power rankings. Number 1 is the Celtics. That makes sense. They don't have Drew, obviously, but Brogdon, Brown, Tatum, Porzingis, Rob Will, the rest of their bench. Bucks here who have, that's right, Gary Trent, Middleton, Giannis, Brook Lopez, John Wall. So, I mean, that team's okay. I don't know if they should be number 2. Jazz up to a 95, sheesh. Bane, Barnes, Jackson, Adams, Malik Monk, Marcus Smart. That's a nice team as well. The Heat, we got them Terry. They have Hero. That is a very nice starting 5. Then you can see the rest of their bench. Okay, Shay's also up to a 95, and they got LeBron. Did they get Bronny as well? That'd be really cool. No, just kidding. That draft hasn't happened yet. Duh. But maybe he's getting ready for the next season because he knows they have so many picks. And then the rest of their team there. Rockets already up to 6. That's kind of surprising. Green's up to an 88. I mean, I don't know if I agree with that one. Okay, maybe I have my years wrong, or maybe this was incorrect, but Bronny is here on the Suns. And they're bringing Bradley Beal off the bench, which is kind of interesting. They still have Ayton. I mean, I'll probably make Beal a point guard for them. Kawhi signed with the Hornets. That's actually very nice. Him and LaMelo there with Brandon Miller. Be a good mentor for him for sure. Harden went to the Magic. Okay. So they look pretty good. The Warriors are still good. They have Drew and Chris Paul off the bench. That's kind of funny. There's the Wolves at 12 with Dame Edwards is also up to a 90, 83, 76, 83 for Gobert. Philly dropped down without Harden, but they have Conley. Nuggets are still there. So who is higher, us or the Trailblazers? The Trailblazers are at 24 with Scoot, Shaedon Sharp, John Isaac, Jeremy Grant, Cat, Anthony Simons off the bench. I mean, that's still a decent looking team. The Bulls there at 22 with Trey Jones, Zach LaVine, Keldon Johnson, DeMar DeRozan, and Vucevic. Patrick Williams off the bench. I probably didn't think about that. So, I mean, if they wanted to, they could start DeMar and Pat and then bring Keldon Johnson off the bench. But hey, that's not on me. They have Pat listed as a 4, DeMar's listed as a 4, but they're all backup 3s. And for us, we're at 18 here. Game 2 against the Rockets. We blow them out, so that's nice. Vic with 24, 23 from Martas. There it is. 17, 10, and 7 for Lonzo. That's very good. Topic with 12 and 3 on 60% shooting. That's awesome. We'll just adjust these quickly. Lonzo, I do want taking more shots, so we can do that. Move his touches to about an 80. And Vassell can have an 80 shot tendency, but a slightly lower touches. And then Jeremy 65. And Sasha Vezenkov's already injured, but we can up him as well a little bit. Cool. So the next game here against the Suns. There it is. It just popped up. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and see if we want to play them. So as I said, I will just quickly go to their roster. Make Beal a point guard or Booker. We'll make Beal the point guard. Backup shooting guard. All right, so now it'll be Beal, Booker, Melvin Ajinka. I apologize if I butchered that. KD. Did they also have someone they can put there at the 3 or the 4 if we change KD? Actually, we'll do it the other way around because it makes Keita Bates-Diop up a higher overall to where he can actually start. So something like that. Now, of course, just like last season, we will keep an eye on things, see which teams need to be buyers, sellers, etc. So, I mean, that's not a bad looking lineup now, 77 there. So let's go ahead and simcast. We will hop in if it is close though. So let's see if we can keep it there. We are in Phoenix here for this one. And it looks like it's relatively close here. Hopefully they can just keep it close and we don't just end up blowing them out. But they do bring it back. Okay, 3-point game with 3 minutes left. Let's hop in. Get to try out our new team. Hopefully no one's fouled out for no reason. Pretty sure I did turn down the fouling tendencies, but as I said, horrible memory. So let's see. No one's fouled out. Everyone's got about 3. Beal's fouled out. I mean, if anyone's going to foul out, I guess that can make sense. but at least it's only one person. And we don't have everybody just dying of exhaustion either, which is nice. So I think we will get all the starters in after this possession, no matter what happens. We have Zach Collins guarding KD, which is terrifying. But Wemby gets the block and the rebound. Let's go. Let's see what we can get here. And Wemby turns it over. Nice. I probably should have slowed it down. He is in at the 4 too, actually, which is kind of fun. Header baits D up. Pull up midi. Good. Okay, 1 point game. Let's call timeout. Let's see. Hopefully we can get some things to go a little bit easier now that we have him. They're going to give the ball to Martis Buzelis, who's going to go up for the layup, and he misses. Because of course he does. Leave it to 2K. That makes no sense. Header baits Diop is going to take that, and he's going to make it. Okay, I did not have faith in him. Denver Vassell has 20 points. Yeah, I feel like this entire playbook is just awful, dude. I have no idea what's going on there. Martis Buzelis for the midi, and that is somehow late. Very early. Very early. I can assure you that did not feel very early. We somehow don't get a block there with Wemby. So we are now down by 4, man. Let's just go back to the trusty pick and roll. I don't think they can guard that. And we score there. So 2 point game again. Denver Vassell's going off though. Okay, so Martis only has a 75 midi and a 77 3 ball. I thought that'd be a little bit better. Good block there from Wemby. Let's go. And let's see if we can just get a cut there from Wemby. Good contest there from Wemby, and we get the board. Okay, 50 seconds left. Let's just get something easy here right around Book. Nope, that's not going to work out. Okay, see, what is this spacing? I don't know what sort of play we're running right now. And another miss there for Wemby. I hate this playbook, bro. That is something in the next episode I'm going to have to change. Because none of these looks are getting us open whatsoever. We get another stop there. We just got to go quickly here. Sohan, can you run with me? And he gets fouled. Okay, I mean, he's got a chance to tie it up here. I definitely did not want to do that. The one-arm free throw. I always forget he bricks it, of course he does. Dude, he's got 19, but in the game, he really annoys me. That one's off as well, but it goes in. Okay, it's a 1 point game, so we effectively have to foul. Foul Saban Lee, please. Yes, okay. And he bricks that one. Let's go. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to go here. Why is Martis Buzelis not cutting to the basket, 2K? You guys saw that. You guys saw that. That is absolutely insane. He had a wide open dunk, and instead he runs to the goddamn mid-range area when he has a bad rating. All right, man, whatever. Sometimes the AI in this game is just garbage. So I'm not going to take blame for that. But whatever, I probably did choke the lead anyway. Yeah, see, like, I don't even know what that is, bro. And we're going to brick that. Cool. All right, no worries. Sim to the end. All right, man, we lose 107 to 112. Not the first game I really wanted for us to hop into this season, but it's fine. So I think in the upcoming seasons, we are going to lower the amount of games we play per season, I guess. So between October and December, we might only play 1 game. We'll decide who we want to play in the next season. It's all good, man. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. As I said, I will be away for the next week and a bit. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the NBA season finally coming back. I'm so hyped for that. Let's go. My Lakers play tomorrow from when I'm recording this. So once again, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. You don't have to if you don't want to. And until the next one, peace out.